Hello everybody, this is George with Melnick's Automotive. In this video I would like to show you how to fix immobilizer issue on a 2006 through 2010 Honda Civic. What happened was the customer towed the car in. He said that he bought this car and the guy said it worked before, and now when he starts the car runs for a couple seconds and then dies, and a green key flashing on the dash. And so he went ahead and just towed it in. As you can see, these are original keys to the car. Okay, he said the car did sit for approximately a month or 2 months without being started, and the battery completely died. All right, so I went ahead and I started the car and noticed exactly what he said, and I'm going to demonstrate it to you in just a second. And then I'm going to talk about my key programming tools that you could get for next to nothing really online. So look at my bottom left corner of the dash. I just started the car died, my door lock cycled, and that green key is flashing. All right, so I went ahead and checked something, because that's usually something you should check right away. I've noticed, as you could see, there's an antenna for remote door starting system. Not remote door, I apologize, for a remote cart starting system. So apparently it has another security, and that has something to do with my immobilizer not working right. So before I'm gonna try to reprogram the keys, I'm gonna call the customer and find out he has another key, or the key come with the car. Because what probably happened was the vehicle was locked with aftermarket security system, and then he went ahead and unlocked it with original Honda key. So that took that security system and threw it in an anti-theft mode, so it will not let the car start and run. So I'm gonna make a quick call and find out if he has the key. If not, I'll show you how to disconnect that system so it's no longer there, and the car will be running just like it was running prior to this. Alright guys, so I made a quick call to the owner of the car, and he says he doesn't have the key. It never came with aftermarket remote for the security system. So he says go ahead and remove the security system. So first I end up pulling this knee panel, and it just pulls right out. You want to be careful not to break any of these clips, and as you can see, they're all the way around. So I pulled it out, and I also remove the driver's side kicker panel right there. So I'm going to show you, I started unplugging where most of the time the module is, and in my case it's right here where my hand is. It's really hard to show you as there's not much light. I already unplugged it. Just by unplugging the main wiring harness to the module should be able to fix it. But what I'm going to do, he said completely take it out. So I'm going to take it out completely, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. Okay, so I went ahead and yanked this module out more into the space that I could show you, because it's too dark underneath the dash and I don't have the light as I'm doing this outside. But I'm sure there will be people telling me, oh, you could just buy the remote and try to program it, but this guy didn't want to do it. And I personally not a big fan of aftermarket systems, as they're really unreliable as far as I know. I'm sure there's some brands that are more reliable, but most of them are made in China, and I just don't like it. So this is the main module for the remote start system, and I unplugged it. And this here is the immobilizer. What this box does, it copies the key code. So when you start, it will allow you to start the car. It will fool the immobilizer. So I took it out. So basically, like I said, once you unplug this main module, you should be able to start the car and not have that issue. In my case, I'm going to take a step further, and as I said, I'm going to go ahead and restore all the wiring to its original state. I'm going to resolder a couple wires underneath the steering wheel. As you could see, what I did, I just cut them for now. But these are all aftermarket wires that butting into original wiring harness. So I'm going to take all this stuff out, and I'm going to leave it just the way the car came from factory. So if you do want like a remote start system, You can go ahead and buy, you know, Chinese made system, but I recommend, like, if it's a Honda or Ford, always have an accessory system that you could buy from them, and it's going to be a regular Honda system that's actually going to use your original key to start it. Like, you press lock, unlock, and lock, and you press it and hold it for a couple seconds, it would start your car. Those are very reliable and you don't have as much issues. So once I get everything out, I'll go ahead and start the car and show you the car is running. Alright, so as you guys can see, this is all the remote starter mess that I pulled out. That's why I strongly don't recommend aftermarket remote start systems and security systems, as I think they're junk. If this was an OEM system, it would be probably half of this stuff, and it wouldn't be as much problems as with this one. Anyways, so I yanked everything out, okay? I went ahead and made resoldered some wires that I, you know, wanted to resolder. You don't really have to. Like I said, you're just gonna be okay with unplugging the main plugs and it should work, but I wanted to restore the wiring to its original and factory settings and state. So I went ahead and made some fixes, and let me grab the keys, okay? As you remember, the car would start and the green key would flash. So let's try it now. That's it. You can see my car is running. No more green flashing key. I don't have any issues whatsoever. So that's how you do it. This was George with Melnick's Automotive. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. I try to answer the best I can. Once again, thanks for watching.